So, you guys were about 85 minutes away from the location that Sanchez's vehicle is parked at. You've made it clear that you're heading directly there. The next 85 minutes goes uneventfully. You finally arrive at the location that this vehicle's GPS indicates is parked at. It is a large, very posh looking estate about 45 minutes outside of Berlin. Okay? Explain to me how you're doing this. Are you walking up to the front door? Are you going to survey the situation from a distance? What happens now?
Survey from a distance.
I'm not the thief.
For a while.
Okay.
Look at entry points, possible open spots, if there's security personnel, and there should be someone this high up.
How long does typical surveillance take Mavis to complete?
Depends on the size of the property.
Okay. How long did this surveillance take you to complete?
Let's see. Say about 15 to 20 minutes using my eagle eye, scanning all around the roof.
Okay, so you're saying that you're using the Eagle Eye.
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
Then spend the fate point.
Okay, spent.
Okay. So over the next 15 to 20 minutes from your vantage point of cover that you have managed to locate, you're about 45 feet away from the entry point to this estate. You see the vehicle in question that Edward was able to track, parked off to one side near this estate. Okay. What you see is that on the roof, facing down towards the main entrance to this facility, are two security cameras turned in on angles, pointing directly down towards the front entrance to this this estate. So there's a clear indication of who's going in and coming out. Okay.
Okay.
You also see two security guards flanking the front door on both sides. And you see two more security guards that are walking the perimeter of the building. So one is walking down each side, and from what you have been able to determine, they are crossing each other's paths as they continuously walk the perimeter of the building. So there's two at the front door and two walking the perimeter of the building. There is absolutely no doubt that, unlike what you experienced at Digicom the other evening in Seattle, these two guards are not phoning it in, the ones that are walking the perimeter. They are absolutely crossing paths at some point as they continuously walk the perimeter of the building. All four of these guards are packing. You can see the guns. They are semi-automatic rifles, all of them. So that's what you've been able to see in the last 15 minutes. 4 guards, 2 walking the perimeter, 2 guarding the front entrance, and 2 security cameras above the front entrance, obviously recording who's coming and going.
Okay, so how will we get on? Okay, so do we know if this guy knows of what's going on or what's been happening, with the transmat and all of that?
Well, let me put it to
Chances are he does.
So yeah, let me put it to you this way, okay? You're here to try and find out what Pharma First's connection is to this conspiracy between Digicom and Julian Bell and how it relates to Jacquard Bell's death, okay? You know that Julian was provided with some sort of substance that he coded Jacquard's data jack with, okay? At this point, you don't know where Julian got that substance from. What you do know is that Julian was funneling large sums of money from an Ally Corp bank account to Digicom, okay? You also know that prior to leaving Seattle, word came across the news feeds that Samantha Bell has gone missing and that Julian has incriminated the two of you as being responsible for his sister's disappearance. So, all of that being said, it's probably a safe assumption that whatever this guy's connection is to Julian and Digicom, that Sanchez is definitely aware that sooner or later you're going to be paying him a visit.
Okay, so based on my observation, I pinpoint a window that becomes vulnerable or unguarded for all about 1 minute or so as the two guards are walking around the parameters. And
so are you invoking that as an aspect?
Yes.
Okay, spend the fate point.
Okay.
Okay, where is this window? It's gonna have to either be on the front or down one side of the building. You obviously have not seen the back of the building.
It is on one side of the building. It's not going to be at the front.
Okay, and you are saying it is a 60-second window to get in through that window to the house from what you can tell.
Yes.
Okay. How do you get from your vantage point to this window? Is your vantage point in front of this house or is it off to one side of the house?
Well, we're off to we're off to one side, and that's where that window is. Give or take. I will hold on. I will sneak around like a ninja. Use my stunt, nimble as ninja.
Okay, and you're making a move on this window is what you're saying.
Right.
Okay. So, Edward, after 15 minutes of surveillance, Mavis has determined that she has found the primary access point into this house. She tells you that she has noticed a consistent 1 minute lapse between the two guards that are walking the perimeter that she believes will give her an opportunity to get through a side window into the house. Okay. Now the question becomes, are you going with her or are you hanging back at this point?
I think that what electronic security is there?
So what has been determined so far is that there are 2 security cameras that are firmly trained on the front entrance to this dwelling, and that there are 2 security guards they have taken up position on opposite sides of the front entrance to this dwelling. So security cameras, security guards, and then the other 2 security guards that are patrolling the perimeter.
Okay.
So that's what Mavis has determined in 15 minutes.
Okay. And are there any electronic, what are the electronic defenses?
Well, the only thing you've been able to see so far, based on Mavis's information, is the 2 cameras and the 4 security guards.
Okay, let's see if we can hack the building.
Okay, so if there is anything inside, it's going to require you to hack. Yes, exactly. Alright. So, give me a careful roll, please.
Careful is a 1, but given that I'm going to use hack that.
Yep, okay.
Careful is 1 plus 2 and plus 0.
So in total, what's that get you?
3.
Sorry, 3, okay. Yep. Alright, so you're able to hack into the facility remotely, and so far what you have determined is that there is minimal security on this building. There's the security feeds, there's the security guards, but you can't can't detect any internal security so far within the house. Just what appears to be obvious from the outside.
And were there any camera feeds from inside the house?
No, there weren't.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's a trap. Alright.
Why would you say it's a trap? It almost sounds as low security as their corporate network.
Because normally very, very rich people want to make sure that their environments are secure. If there are no camera feeds from the inside, either A, it's a trap, or B, it's a... If it's not a trap, then it's possible that, again, this is a decoy, or some type of, whatever. But you know what? Let's give it a try. Let's break in.
It sounds consistent with the corporate security.
So, are you both making a move on the house, or is Mavis going to try and get through the window on her own, and are you hanging back?
I'm going to hang back at the car. Worst case, I'll walk up the front door and break it in.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so Mavis, you have a 60-second window. In that 60 seconds, you have to make it from your vantage point where you've been surveilling the situation over to this window and get the window open and get into the house. You have 60 seconds, and this is based on your 15 minutes of surveillance. So here's where we're going to start. We are going to have you give me a quick row to make it from your vantage point to the window.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, that's sneaky. Okay, my total is 3.
Okay.
Quick.
You quickly scurry down the side of the hill that you've been perched on in the brushes, and you run across the side of the courtyard to the side window of the house that you've been staking out for the last 15 minutes. This entire trip down the hill and across the courtyard has taken you 35 seconds. You have 25 seconds to get that window open and get into the house. Is there any stunts you are using to accomplish this feat?
Um,
Your feet of fury.
Wow, she used her ninbo as a ninja to get there. So, I mean, no one detected her on that one.
right. No, I guess then.
Okay, so give me a careful roll, please, to get that window open.
Okay, careful. So, got a 2. Come on. Give me a good score. Oops. Careful. Is a 4. Yay.
Okay. Takes you about 20 seconds from the time you got to that window to jimmy the window. You get the window open, and you are able to quickly lift yourself up and through the window in that 20 seconds, okay? This gives you 5 seconds to get that window closed and to find cover before the next security patrol comes by that window and detects the window open. When you go through the window, you find yourself in an office. Luckily for you, the office door is closed, so it has given you at least momentarily an opportunity to close the window and find somewhere to hide. As soon as you go through the window, right in front of you is a desk, and obviously, you know, like an office chair. Across the room are bookshelves, and there's, you know, this nice Persian looking rug on the floor, some ornate chairs in the middle of the room. You know, you get the idea. So now you have to quickly get that window closed and find yourself somewhere to hide. You have 5 seconds in which to do this. Give me a careful roll.
Careful is 2. And 4.
Fantastic.
My total.
Zip, down goes the window, and you quickly drop onto your ass to hide underneath the windowsill. As that window gets closed and you quickly hit the floor with your ass, you see a shadow go glancing by the window. It is safe to assume that that was your
security guard.
Your security patrol walking the perimeter. Alright, Edward, you see Mavis use her ninja-like reflexes to quickly scurry down the hill across the courtyard, jimmy the window, pull herself up through the window, and quickly close the window behind her. Just as she closes the window, you see the security patrol come walking down that side of the house and go past the window. They momentarily stop for a moment, like something caught their attention. The guy then just shakes his head and continues walking. So, what do you want to do at this point, Edward?
Wait.
You're gonna wait. Okay. Alright, so Mavis, you're in the house. Edward is still outside the house and you're in this office. Tell me where we go from here. Do you try and get Edward to come in with you, or are you going to begin trying to recon the house?
So this office that I'm in, is there a computer?
No, there's a data jack built into the desk.
Data jack.
So very similar to what you found in Jakarpal's penthouse. There is a data jack built into the top of this desk.
Okay. So I would want to try and get Edward in with me, because he's the hacker. I'm not. I'm the one who looks for things that fit in the pocket.
Okay.
Okay, so Edward is watching the window. You know this.
Yeah, you're in the office right now. The window is closed.
Right.
Security patrol has gone by the window once in the last, 15 seconds. So, you know, your turnaround, because you said you detected a 1 minute window in which to get into the house. So your turnaround now before the next patrol comes around this side is approximately 45 seconds.
Yeah, no, exactly. So in that time, I can open the window slightly and get his attention to say, you ready for the next window?
So, Edward, Mavis has scurried down the hill, scurried across the courtyard, jimmied a window, got in through that window, and closed the window just in time to evade the security patrol that went walking by the perimeter of the house. The security individual stops for a split second at the window, almost as if something caught his attention. He then kind of just shakes his head and keeps on walking. Now, Mavis then opens the window slightly and starts waving to try and get your attention as if she wants you to hurry and join her. Now, to be very clear, she has previously explained to you that she has timed this down to a 60-second window. Based on what you have now seen, about 20 seconds have gone by since the last security patrol went down this side of the house, which leaves you 40 seconds to get down that hill across the courtyard and into that window.
You wait for the next window. The
Exactly.
moment that clears.
Perfect.
Exactly. So you have an entire minute.
No problem. So, 40 seconds goes by, and sure as hell, like clockwork, the next security patrol goes down that side of the house, and they disappear. You have 60 seconds to go. Okay, first thing you're going to do, give me a quick roll to get down the hill and across to the window, please.
Okay, quick is 3 plus 0.
No problem. You get to the window. It took you about 35 seconds. You have 25 seconds to pull yourself up and through the window. Mavis, did you leave the window open after waving him down? Or did you close it?
Well, I closed it because there was only 40 seconds left of that first window and I wasn't going to attract anyone's attention. Then I opened it once that the second 1 minute window opened up.
Perfect.
So yes, I'm not going to make him do the work.
Perfect. You have 25 seconds to pull yourself up through that window. Give me a careful roll, please, Edward.
Careful 1 plus 3.
So it's a 2.
4.
It's a 2, right? Because you got...
My careful is 1 plus 3.
Alright, so either way, you pull yourself up and through the window. Took you about 15 seconds. You have 10 seconds to close that window. We're just going to assume you do it. The window's closed. You duck for cover. 10 seconds go by, and the security guard again passes by these windows. So you now have basically 60 seconds to get out of this room. Again, this is an enclosed office. The window that you pulled yourself up and through leads into this office. As soon as you get into this office, there is a very expensive looking desk just off to the side of the window with a high back executive chair. The desk has a data terminal built into it, very much like Jacquard Bell's desk did. Across from the desk on the far wall is a fully loaded bookshelf comprised of classics over the last 200 to 300 years from what you can see. In the center of the room there is a Persian looking rug, some chairs around the room for people to sit on, so on and so forth. So you're in this room, you have 60 seconds. What is the move you are making?
Check the jack to see if it's got any goop on it.
Okay. It does not.
Uh huh. Well, we could jack in, but you know.
Yeah, you could, but I mean, you're basically a walking jack to begin with.
You know. All right, let's move.
Yeah. Okay. So you make your way across the room to the door that is currently closed. Mavis. So you've seen all this play out. Edward has made his way across to the door. Are you also moving across to the door?
Yeah, we stick together.
Okay. Who is going to open and go through this door first?
What?
Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Mavis, give me a careful roll, please.
Okay, hold on. Careful. Bless you. Okay, careful. So my careful is 2. Oh, that's bad.
Oh,
That minus
great.
1.
What did you get? Sorry?
Minus 1?
Okay. So,
That's awful.
You have one job. One job.
so
Oh,
you
gosh, you! I got you through into the house.
so you open the door. Okay. Unfortunately for you,
Someone.
as you open the door,
You should have
there
gone
is
first.
okay. Hold on. As you open
Huh?
the door, there is a security patrol made up of one guard that is walking down the hallway towards the door that you just opened as you open the door. Obviously, he wasn't expecting someone to open that door. Okay? So,
Okay.
as soon as you open that door, this guy exclaims, "Hey, what the fuck?" And up comes the semi-automatic weapon. Now, let me check something here. Yeah, okay. So, Mavis, his forceful is a 3. Okay. It is going.
Okay.
It's going to be his forceful against
Okay.
your quick as he draws down on you. Keep in mind though that he just screamed at the top of his lungs, "Hey, what the fuck?" Okay? So
He's attracted attention.
as he draws down on you, it is safe to assume that that exclamation has just drawn attention. So, he's gonna try and take a shot at you because as soon as that door opened, up came the gun. Let's see. Okay.
Close is he to the door?
Pardon me?
How close is he to the door? He was coming down towards the door,
No,
but
he's walking down the hallway towards the door. I say he's about 6 feet away. Okay, because you opened the door that leads out into this hallway, and he didn't expect anyone to open that door. So, first reflex was up comes that gun. So,
okay.
give me a quick roll, please. Unless
One job. You
Unless
had one job.
Unless you can think.
You should have gone first. I told you.
Unless you can
I got you
think
to
of
the
another
house.
way of addressing this. Give me a quick roll.
Yeah, I'll hide behind Edward.
Oh.
You're behind me.
No, you know what? No.
Sadly, that is legit.
No. You know what? We're not gonna do this way. Here's what's gonna happen. He screams, "What the fuck?" and up comes that gun. Mavis, I'm compelling an aspect on you. Okay?
Okay. Compel away.
You can take the fate point. Okay?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Here's the aspect I'm compelling. Biting off more than you can chew.
As always.
I would like you to try and talk your way out of this.
Well.
So I'll remind you.
But
I'll remind you.
I have a stunt that's. Have a stunt associated to my, biting off more than I chew, but it's related to
I still have Belle's face on, right?
Well, I mean, if that's what you're walking around looking like, that's fine. But you're not the one that went through the door first. She is.
Sure.
So here's what's gonna happen.
I look okay, fine. So if I'm gonna walk myself out of it. Okay, let's play this out.
Do it. You come through the door.
Wait, I'm with him. I'm with Julian. What? You look like Julian. So am I gonna say I'm with you? You're my ever.
Okay, so hold on. I want to be clear on this. Are you actually saying that?
Yes.
Okay.
He looks like
So
Julian. I'm with him. We're here to see her.
Hold on. That's fine. So you proclaim, arms go up, you proclaim what? I'm with Julian. And the guard goes, who the fuck is Julian?
Well, no, the guard is supposed to know who he is.
Why? You're not in Julian's
Julian
house?
is an associate. No, but if Julian has an association with Sanchez, or whatever this guy's name.
But here's the point.
Then the guards will know.
No. Because here's the point to you. If Julian had shown up for a meeting with Sanchez in person, he would have come through the front door and gone through the security checkpoint.
Okay, yeah, well, this
that's
is not the same security guard that would have let him in, so...
Okay, that's fine. You know what? I'll give you this. So, you say, what? I'm with Julian. And the guard goes, who the fuck is Julian?
The associate of your boss. We're guests.
Guard has a security communication device implanted on his wrist, okay? He's got the gun trailed on you at the door like this. He stands there for a minute. Still holding on to the gun at one end, he very quickly takes his hand off the trigger and does this. And
Jam
what?
Jam the communications, man.
Okay, that's fine. Tell me how you're doing it. What row are you associating it to?
Hack that. Let's see. To carefully overcome security systems. What I'm doing is basically I'm bringing down the communications net.
Okay, so you're giving me a careful row?
Yep.
Okay, give me your careful row.
Careful plus 2, and whatever I get from my roll. Ooh. Ads. Close. Well, let's see.
So what's
careful?
What's that
plus,
giving you?
Careful plus 2. My careful is 1, 3, 4, 5. 4.
So it gives you a 4. Okay, so here's what happened. You went to jam it, okay? However, you didn't do it in time. So when he hit that thing, he went to say, do we have any unauthorized guests that have come into the residence? And then you managed to hit the jam on it. Okay? So, he never got a response, but that message did get through. So, he's standing there now. He's got his hand back on the trigger because he quickly did this. Okay? And then he asked the question. So he's not getting a response now. So So now
No, just reply. Reply. I am the pager. I hacked their net.
Yeah, no, sorry, that's not gonna work.
I'm in their net.
Your target number to hit was a 5 or a 4. You got a 5, okay? But we actually tied on this row. So neither one of us is getting exactly what we want here, okay? So you jammed it, but you didn't jam it in time. So he asked the question, the message went through, but then he didn't get a response. So now, I mean, you can go ahead and say...
Let's see. Can I reroute that message is the question at this point.
Nope,
right?
It's already gone out. So,
Okay.
So he hasn't got the response he expected, so he's still got a gun trailed on Mavis. He hasn't seen you yet. Let's be very clear on this, because so far Mavis is the only one who came through the door. So now he's looking at her and he's like, lady, I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't know who the fuck this Julian guy is. But we're going to get some answers because we take security around here seriously. He points the muzzle of the gun at you, Mavis, and he starts waving it sideways to motion for you to step all the way out into the hallway now. Because when this happened, you were only halfway through the door. Okay? So,
one job. You
do
have one job.
Should have gone first.
Do you go out into the hallway?
And he's still where he is. He's still 6 feet away.
Oh yeah, he's keeping his distance at this point. Okay, so the question
Duck
is...
back into the room. Either A, he's going to follow, or B, he's going to run the other way, right? We're screwed either way. It doesn't matter anymore.
So
this is a busted op.
He's motioning for you to step all the way into the hallway with the muzzle of the gun.
Dive back, and then slam the door. Because I'm still on the other side. He hasn't seen me yet. He tries to open that door. I'm going to take him out.
Okay, so hold on. What about this? I'm only halfway through the door, you said, right?
That's right.
Okay, so hold on. Let me see. I picked up a gun before we went through the transmat.
You really don't want to start shooting now.
Yeah, no.
No, give us just his kneecap or something? No,
it's noise. Hello?
He's already, first of all, you did not run...
He's already made noise. He sent a message.
You didn't run down a hill, jimmy a window, slide through the window of the house, and hold on to the gun in this entire exchange. I'm sorry. No, we're going to assume...
Oh, it's in my bag. Remember, I have a thief's bag.
Oh, okay.
Well, my duffel bag, that's always with me.
You're running around with the bag of infinity on you that you can fit a semi-automatic machine gun in a duffel bag?
Well, yeah, actually, you can get one that's
fine.
Like this.
You know what? Whatever. You can say you have the gun, but guess what? You don't have the gun out. Okay? No way.
Fine. I don't have the gun out.
So your choice
I'm going
to
sneak back inside, slam the door. I'm going to listen to Edward.
Okay, fine.
For once!
Okay, give me a quick roll.
Awesome!
You should have gone first.
Give me...
Goodness.
Give
Stop it, man.
Give me a quick roll.
You're the thief!
I steal things, okay? I don't go hacking things.
Thief, give me a quick roll.
Okay. You haven't yet found anything that fits in the pocket. Okay. I'm sorry, what is the quick roll? Okay. Okay, it's a 2. A total of a 2.
Total of a 2. Fine. Fine.
Yes.
You quickly move into the room. So you don't step all the way out. You step the rest of the way in, and you go to slam the door. This guy does not hesitate. He opens fire. Now, you evade getting hit. The bullets hit the side of the door frame as you quickly slam the door. Within a matter of seconds, you begin to hear an internal security alarm chime within the residence, alerting the rest of the security to unauthorized activity on the premises. So, now, the two of you are in this office. You have to know that there's more security on their way. What is your next move? This guy is on the other side of the door. You've slammed the door quickly and he opened fire. And it is those gunshots that alerted the rest of the security to something transpiring.
A bulletproof man. You're up next.
Doesn't matter. Bust it up. Kill everybody. Let's go. Let's do this.
Fine. So, alright. So, Edward, you're going through the door first?
Yep. Open the door.
Okay.
Like, not open it. Kick it open.
So you're kicking the door open.
No, I'm just gonna. You know what? I'm just gonna walk through the door. Fuck it. The guy's just already blown holes through it. I'm just walk through the door.
Actually, ironically, he hasn't blown holes through the door yet. When he opened fire, the gunshots hit the side of the door frame. So there's no holes in that door yet.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Well, so, how thick is the door?
Standard wooden door. I don't know. Call it an inch and a half, 2 inches thick.
Ornate or not? Like, I mean,
it's
just the normal door? Because normal doors just are like...
They're hollow.
Thin, they're hollow inside.
No, it's solid. This is a solid door.
There's no point in, like, I'm not going to walk through a solid door. My character, mass is what, 350, 400 pounds?
Sure.
Like, come on. Right? I mean, there's only so much, right? So...
That's fine. So...
Fine. You know, just go out, grab him.
First question here is you're opening the door.
Yep.
Okay. Second question is, are you going out to absorb shots or are you going out gun in hand?
Absorb shots. Fuck it.
Okay, fine. So let's start with this. I'm going to say you have no problem opening the door and walking out into the hallway. At this point, it's still the one security guard out there. Backup hasn't arrived. He's going to open fire on you. I would like you to give me a quick roll versus his forceful roll, please.
My quick is 3 plus 2, 5.
Perfect. So here's what ends up happening. You walk out into the hallway. He opens fire. However, he was not prepared for you to actually walk out into the hallway. So it caught him off guard. He didn't take time to aim the shot. He just opened fire. It grazed your left shoulder. Okay. He didn't inflict any real damage on you. I mean, keep in mind, you may have the subdermal armor, but when you get shot, it still hurts and you still bleed. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
well, if he grazed me, it's not like a,
Yeah, he grazed you. So now you have an opportunity to react. So what do you do?
I'll just grab him, slam him against the wall a couple times.
Okay.
Take his gun away.
Okay. So give me... Okay, first of all, actually, is this strictly a forceful roll, or are you using any stunts?
I have no stunts.
Okay, so it's strictly a forceful roll. Okay, give me 1 quick second here. Perfect. Alright, give me a forceful roll, please.
Forceful is 2, plus 0.
Okay. So,
2.
You grab him, and you slam him against the wall. Surprisingly, this guy's a fighter, because he has not let go of that gun yet.
Okay.
Okay? So now, he's going to respond. Give me 1 second. Mavis. Edward just walked out into the hallway to take on this guard directly. The guard opened fire on Edward. He grazed Edward's shoulder. Edward seemed unaffected. He grabbed this guy, he lifted him up, and he basically slammed him back first into the wall of the hallway. The guard did not drop the gun. He looks like he's still got fight in him. Is there any action you want to take at this point?
For one thing, I'm going to grab the gun that I acquired earlier.
Okay. So you grab the gun that you acquired earlier. All right.
Now, after Edward threw that guard against the wall, would that give me clear target line to him, like maybe to his arm?
So Edward, did you pick him up and throw him against the wall, or did you hold on to him?
No, I'm still holding him.
So if you
you're still holding him. Okay, no, never mind.
Hey, you know what? Do you want to try taking a shot at this guy?
Well, yes, I wanted to take a shot at his arm so that he would let go of the gun.
No,
his
that
leg.
doesn't. Targeted shots are very, very difficult. Next time I take you to the range, I'll show you exactly how hard it is.
You know what, actually? If she wants to if you want to try it, you're welcome to try it. It will be a careful roll that you will be using to aim this shot.
Okay, well, as long as it's, Edward is out of the way.
Well, he's still holding on to him, so if you're going to take aim at this guy's arm and open fire, it's going to be a careful roll because you are carefully taking aim. Your target number...
Okay, but Sorry, go ahead.
Your target number to hit will be a 3.
Okay, so if I scored under a 3, would I be hitting Edward?
We don't know yet.
Probably.
Depends on the score, to be honest with you. So, if you want to open fire, you're welcome to do so, but it will be a careful roll because it's a called shot. You're calling.
No, I'm gonna wait. My rolls haven't been good.
Okay, so fine. You take the gun out. You've got the gun in your hand, and you're saying that's your action. All right. Edward.
Now, yes.
Edward. So you slammed this guy against the wall. He was stunned, but he did not let go of that gun. He is too close at this point to actually be able to fire that gun because there's no way he's going to lift it up and angle it this way. It's a submachine gun, okay? So instead, he's decided that he's going to try and take a swing at you with his other hand, okay? So it is a forceful row. He's trying to punch you in the face versus your quick. What do you got? So what's that give you?
6.
Yeah, he misses.
That would be an understatement.
He basically comes up like this and he goes, ugh, and it basically grazes across the side of your face. What's your next move?
Well, so obviously this guy needs to be put under control. So let's say grab his hand that he just had a failed flail with and crush his wrist.
Okay, so give me a forceful roll, please.
2 plus 2. 4.
Oh yeah, you crushed his wrist. Oh yeah, the hand goes, ugh. And he emits a loud scream. Now.
Does he drop his gun is the question.
Well, no, because he's still got the gun in the other hand. Remember?
I know, but considering I just crushed his wrist.
Do you want to, if you want to say he dropped the gun, spend the fate point, invoke the situational aspect?
Nah, I'll just crush his wrist. It's fine.
Okay, that's fine.
Because there's enough agony in that one that, I mean, he's either A, going to squeeze his other hand or open it up completely. One or the other.
Fair enough. So, in the meantime, while this has all gone down, 2 security guards have come around the corner at the other end of the hallway. So not the end of the hallway this guy was walking down when he first busted Mavis. They came around the corner from the other end with their guns drawn. They are now each going to get a called shot. They're opening fire on you. So security guard number 1 is taking a shot at you, Edward. Give me your quick roll, please.
3 plus 0, 3.
Alright, so the guy fires, and again, the shots graze across the back of your back, so across your
My
shoulder.
question is, does it hit the guard that I have in my,
No.
in my hand?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Alright. The second guard opens fire on you. Okay. Again, give me a quick roll, please.
3 plus 0.
Okay. This one firmly connects with your shoulder on your left hand, on your left hand side. Okay. Now, again, subdermal armor is fine, but it does not deter from the fact that you're still going to bleed and you're still going to feel pain. So when this shot connects with you for a split second, it causes you to loosen your grip on the guy that you have pinned against the wall right now with one hand. Specifically the hand you were shot with.
Technically, I've got him pinned against the wall with one hand, and I've crushed his wrist with the other.
Okay, so hold on. Then the shoulder it hits is the shoulder on the hand that you just crushed the wrist with. Okay? So,
okay.
There's that. Okay, Mavis. Edward's getting shot at by 2 more security guards. You can see, you hear the gunfire, and then you see a splatter of blood explode from Edward's left shoulder, where he was clearly shot by one of the guards. Okay, are you taking any action at this point?
I'd like to take a shot or 2 at them from around the door.
So
technically, I'm still in the office, right? I didn't leave.
Yes, but this will require you to partially, at the very least, step out into the hallway, which will also put you in the line of fire.
Yes, I know.
Okay, are you
You better help.
Are you calling your shot, which is going to be a careful roll? So you're gonna say this is where I'm targeting, or are you just going to randomly open fire and roll your forceful?
Let's see. Forceful, I can't. How far are they in the hallway?
About 12 feet away from you. So they're at the opposite end of the hallway from where the original guard busted the 2 of you.
Okay. I'm going to target... Okay, what would be a good... I'm not trying to kill them. I don't...
Why not?
I'm a thief.
So?
Okay, how do I incapacitate them?
Well, you either go...
You kill them.
If you want to incapacitate them, you go for a headshot, okay? Alternatively...
Okay.
No, just shoot their legs out from under them. You know, fill their ankles full of legs.
Okay, so, hold on. So that means I'm going for a careful roll.
Yep.
And I want to use my eagle eye stunt to zero in on the target with my eyes.
Is the eagle eye linked to your careful?
Yes, it is.
That's
So I'm
fine.
carefully surveying my surroundings.
That's fine. So you can do that. Absolutely. So it's going to be your careful versus the guard's quick. Okay. Now here's the thing. There are 2 guards at the end of the hallway. You cannot shoot both of them.
Why not? Just spray.
No. Because she's calling.
Well, it's a machine gun.
And no, sorry, you're calling an aim shot. You don't get to shoot both of them. So the story is simple. You get to call the shot. You're using your eagle eye to target the kneecap of one of the guards. Which guard are you targeting? Guard 1 or guard 2?
Does it make a difference? And both are the same distance from me?
It does make a difference. So I need to know which one. Guard 1 or guard 2?
Which one is better to aim at?
Guard 1 or guard 2, Mavis?
Guard 1.
Okay. So give me your row, include your stunt, please.
Okay, so clever 2, stunt plus 2, that's 4. Come on, baby. 6 in total.
Oh!
Got him!
Oh, damn. You not only hit this guy in the kneecap, you actually blow the kneecap clean away. Okay? This guy...
And he falls on top of guard 2, right?
No, he does not fall on guard 2. He actually falls flat on his face as his knee explodes. Okay? He falls flat on his face in sheer shock and agony. As he hits the floor, he not only loosens his grip on the gun he had, he actually sends the gun scurrying forward across the floor, out of reach of him as he hits the ground, and the blood begins to pool out of where his knee used to be. So that was your attack. Edward, the guard that you are currently holding is now dealing with a shattered wrist. Okay? He has just watched one of the other 2 guards that came to help him get his kneecap blown off. The gun, the one hand that he still has free is the hand holding the gun. He brings it up almost as if he's going to try and shoot you with it. Obviously, he's way too close to do it. So at this point, he's bludgeoning you in the back of the head with it as much as he can. Well, that's all he's got at this point. So, give me a quick roll, please.
3 plus 1.
Okay, so, I mean...
4.
You know what? He's hitting you in the back of the head, okay? He's hoping to whatever gods he believes in that this is actually going to accomplish something. Here's what it actually accomplishes. He's hitting you in the back of the head, and I mean, you've got subdermal armor. He basically ends up destroying this guy. He's pounding it against you as if his life depends on it, and is in absolute shock when he discovers that he just crushed the side of this gun off of your head. Mm-hmm. Now, again, let's be very clear. You're still bleeding from the back of your head, okay? Because the armor's there. It's protecting you from, a cognitive point of view. It doesn't exclude the fact that he broke skin and blood is running down the back of your neck now. Mm-hmm. Okay. So right now you've got blood running down your shoulder. You've got blood running...
I'm pulling a Till from Rammstein, man.
Okay, and you've got blood running down the back of your head, okay? At this point, we're going to say there is a consequence for this. Here's the consequence. For the remainder of your combat, okay, your quick is going to get a -1 to your row.
Why quick?
Because you are a tank, but the fact that you've got blood pouring out of you is going to slow you down.
Okay.
Okay, so this guy has just destroyed his gun.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? You've got one guard down the hallway that took a shot at you and, opened up your shoulder. You've got this other guard with a broken wrist and a now destroyed gun.
Turn him around so he's my human shield.
Fair enough. So, yeah.
You know, and then basically what I want is a piece of the other guard. So
you want a piece of the other guard. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So your action this turn.
And smile. Don't forget to smile.
Done. So your action this turn is to suddenly flip the guy forwards and use him as a human shield. This is all playing out at once. So here's what's going to happen. The other guard down at the end of the hallway has now been joined by another guard. So you've now got 3 guards at the end of the hallway. One that has had his knee blown clean off by Mavis, who is now laying on the floor bleeding out with a gun that has gone spooling down the hallway out of his reach. The second guard is the one that shot you in the shoulder, and a third one just came around the corner. So,
at this point, by the way, I've got dude.
Yep.
It's time for me to just pull out a gun and just use, stick it under his armpit and just spray the other guys.
That's fine. So hold on to that for your next turn. Your action this turn was to turn him around and use him as a human shield. So guard number 2, which is the one that shot you in the shoulder, Mavis took out guard number 1's kneecap, now opens fire on you, okay?
Yep.
You are using this guard that you're holding on to as your human shield. So give me a quick roll, please. This quick roll is to see if the guard takes damage. So hold on. Yep. Okay.
I'm supposed to have 5, but you said -1, so I'm at 4.
Okay. Yeah. The guard number 2 opens fire and riddles your human shield full of holes. The human shield now goes limp in your hand. Okay? So, that's guard number 2. Guard number 3, who just joined the party, sees what just happened. He quickly taps the communicator built into his wrist and screams, "Get Sanchez to the panic room! Get Sanchez to the panic room!"
The whole communications net's down. It doesn't matter what he does. There's no communications.
That's fine. So, that was his action. Mavis, your turn. You've now had another guard join this action. So here's what you've got. Edward in the hallway is using guard 0 as a human shield. You took out the kneecap of guard number 2, guard number 1, who is now bleeding out on the floor. Okay? Guard number 2 just shot guard 0 full of holes in an attempt to get Edward. And guard number 3 can be heard at the end of the hall screaming, "Get him to the panic room! Get him to the panic room!" What are you doing?
Okay, as long as it's clear from Edward's direction, I'll take another aimed shot at guard number 2.
2 or 3?
2, he's closer.
Okay, where are you aiming for?
I'm gonna do the same thing I did with guard number 1. It worked out so well.
So you're aiming for the kneecap. Okay, give me 1 sec. Perfect.
Keep the head shaking.
So give me your roll. So you're using what again?
Hold on. The eagle eye. So careful 2 plus 2. And then my roll. So I'm at a 4. And 7 in total.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so not only did you succeed on this one, you succeeded with style. Which kneecap were you aiming for?
Right one.
The right one, okay. You blew the leg clean off. Right at the joint.
You understand these people will bleed to death, right?
You literally blew the leg right off. 1 minute.
Well, not everything is medical attention, so let's go.
What? 1 minute this guy had a leg. Now he's got a bloody stump just above where his knee used to be. So again,
Either them or us.
It gets better. You're gonna love this. This caught him so incredibly off guard that he instinctively, as he went to hit the ground, pulled the trigger on his gun as he tumbled sideways. He falls sideways onto his back, causing a spray of bullets from that gun to go wide and wild, and ultimately blows a hole clean through the side of the head of guard number 1, the one that you already shot in the kneecap.
Oh, okay,
So
well,
he
him out of his misery.
So he literally splattered this guy's brains all over the side of the wall as he went wild. So now he's hit the ground. Okay, he hits the ground.
But
His hand
you
goes.
won.
His hand goes sideways. The gun falls out of his hand and goes flying down the hallway towards Edward. It actually hits the guy that Edward is using as a human shield before it hits the floor. So you got.
Good thing Edward is using a shield.
So you've got guard 0.
Didn't kill anyone.
You've got guard 0 in Edward's hands. It's already dead and limp as a human shield. Guard number 1, who you shot in the knee, who ultimately got killed by guard number 2 when he had his leg blown clean off and ended up spraying wild as he hit the ground. So, here's what happens now. Guard number 3, who screamed, "Get him to the panic room, get him to the panic room," saw all of this play out, damn near lost his lunch right there in the hallway, turned sideways, and took off running. So for the moment, you have two
Have a
dead.
loose end.
You have 2 dead guards. 1 guard who's going to be dead in a
3.
matter. Well, the guard that you blew the leg
Okay.
off of is still alive. Okay, so you have 2 dead guards. You have 1 guard who's going to be dead in a matter of moments. Okay, because he's bleeding out, and you and Edward in the hallway, and the 3rd guard that took off running has absolutely alerted everyone to your presence. So, Edward, what are you doing?
What is there to do?
Dump the
Look for
human
the panic
cushion?
room.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm just gonna keep carrying this guy. He's useful.
Okay, so
Okay, I'll walk behind you then.
See
You
if
go
you
first.
check his equipment belt. See if he's got anything fun in there. Like, you know, grenades.
that's fine. I mean, if you want to spend the fate point to invoke an aspect for this situation, tell me what you find.
Nah, just wanted to see what he's got.
Nope, nothing noticeable other than the gun he had on him.
And extra magazines, maybe?
Spend the fate point if you want the mags.
I don't need it. I've already got a P90 with, like, you know, plenty of ammo, so...
Fine, so no extra mags then. Okay.
Okay.
So
You
you're walking down the hall to try and find the panic room. So Edward sauntered off down the hall with his Captain America human shield. Mavis, what are you doing?
I'm walking behind Edward and the human shield.
Okay, as you go walking by Stumpy, who's on his last breath, he looks up at you and he gasps out, You fucking bitch!
you attacked me first, so
All right. So,
yeah.
fine. All right. So you guys reach the end of the hallway. There is only one direction to go. It's the right hand. It's a right-hand turn that will take you out into the main hallway of this residence. Okay. Off to the right-hand side when you enter this hallway is a long hallway that leads down to the front entrance of the residence. You can see a couple rooms near the front of the house. At this point, you don't know what they are, okay? And then on the left-hand side, the hallway continues down towards the back, and you can see several more rooms down near the back of the house. So
First thing is there a lockdown button near the front door?
Define lockdown button.
So, you know, the panic button. You hit that button, all the windows and the doors all get shutters on them. So no one can go. No one can come in. No one can go out.
Give me a careful roll.
Careful is 1 plus. Nope. 1 minus 1.
Okay.
0.
Nothing that you can see.
Okay.
Left or right?
Doesn't matter to me. I'm carrying a dead body.
Okay. Mavis.
Yep.
Give me a clever roll, please.
Hey, clever. So clever's 2. What am I rolling for? Is it something I can use a stunt for?
What are your stunts?
Jeez. So there's nimble as ninja, eye of an eagle, and no limits. But that's when I'm using my batons.
You know what? Actually, how many fate points are you at right now?
Fate points. I'm at 4.
Okay. So I'm actually going to compel an aspect. I'm going to compel your auditory implants. Okay. You can take the fate point, which will take you to 5. As you are standing there in the center of this main hallway, the two of you are trying to determine which way to go to try and find Sanchez. You will hear a commotion at the back of the house. Specifically, what you will hear is, "Get him to the vault. Get him to the vault now." And this is coming from the back of the residence.
Okay, and there's no mention of where the vault is? Like in the basement or upstairs?
Nope. Just get him to the vault. Get him to the vault now. As the alarms continue to sound inside this residence. So, all hell's broke loose.
Okay, so I hear that commotion and I tell Edward, and naturally we're gonna follow the noise.
Okay, so you follow the noise down the hallway towards the back of the house, okay?
Yep.
This hallway is about 20 or 25 feet long to get down towards the back of the house. When you exit the hallway at the back of the house, there's this wide open sitting room at the back of the house, okay? Lavishly furnished. Big bay window on one side of the room overlooking the German frontier, the German scenery out of the window. Basically, one entire wall of that room is a window, okay? In one corner of this room, so in the far corner of the room, you see what you will immediately recognize as a high security panic room that has been installed into one corner of the room. Okay. Um, as a thief, you will recognize this. You've seen it a few times before. This is top of the line equipment. The reason that Edward would not have detected this initially when he hacked the house's security system is because this panic room operates on its own security system. Okay? On the panic room, you will know that there is also a camera facing the exterior of the room that you're now walking into, so that the occupant of the panic room can pay attention to exactly what's going on. So
Okay.
that's what you see. There's a panic room there, and when you come around the corner, there are 2 guards in this room near the panic room that have taken up positions of what they believe to be advantageous positions, ready to take on any comers that come around that corner. Okay? So, each of you give me a quick roll, please.
Am I still subject to the -1?
Yes.
Okay. Quick 5.
Okay, quick 2.
Fantastic. Okay. So as you come around the corner, you'll see both the panic room that I just described to you and the 2 guards. The guards immediately both open fire on you. You both had the foresight to quickly duck for cover. Okay?
Why am I ducking for cover? I've got dead guy.
He's got human shield.
That's fine. Then you can say your human
Okay,
shield.
so I hide.
You can say your human shield took the shots. It's fine. Either way.
Okay, I hide.
Neither one of you has got shot. Mavis, tell me what you're hiding behind. You've just walked into this room. It's an open seating area. If she wants to, that's up to
there
her.
you go.
Fine.
Well, yeah.
Think about it. She's got a bulletproof wall and a human meat shield.
Okay.
I think she's more than adequately protected.
Fine. So she hides behind
I
you.
think
You're
so
hiding
too.
behind the meat shield. The meat shield takes all of the damage. So, Edward, what are we doing here?
Charge.
Okay, these guards are approximately 15 feet away from you in the room. Which guard are you targeting first, 1 or 2? They're
Let's
not
say 1.
1
Okay.
spray.
How are you?
No spray?
How are you addressing this? Are you shooting at him? Are you charging him? Are you throwing?
Charging him.
You're charging him. Okay.
Yeah, I got the dead guy. Right, by the time I get close enough to him, I can use the dead guy, to like shield against guard number 2. While I hit guard number 1.
Fine, done. So give me a forceful roll, please.
2 plus 2, 4.
Okay, so you have no problem bridging the 15-foot gap between the 2 of you very quickly, and you are now pretty much within arm's reach of this guy. What are you doing once you get to him?
Hans says hi. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. I basically, I can throw dead guy at guard number 2 to entangle him, and while I punch guard number 1.
Okay, so that's fine. Hold that thought for a minute. Mavis, Edward just went charging across the room like a battering ram at guard number 1. You were left exposed. Explain to me what you're doing now.
Okay,
Open fire.
cover, then open fire from behind cover.
Okay, tell me what you're hiding
Our
behind
2
first.
guards.
Tell me what you're hiding behind first.
Okay, does the room have pillars, like concrete pillars, fancy ones?
Spend the fate point if you want them to have the concrete pillars.
You got fate points
Okay.
out your arse. Spend them all.
Yes, I'm spending them.
Fine.
Okay.
So you find yourself a concrete pillar at the entrance archway to the room that you can hide behind. This is a sturdy pillar, so it's definitely gonna take shots. Okay. You're now in a position where, if you wish to do so, you can open fire on the two guards. Anthony.
Well,
so
can't open fire on the two guards. Edward is in the way.
Well, Edward has gone charging at guard number 1 with his meat shield. So you can either also shoot at guard number 1, or you can open fire on guard number 2.
Okay, so I'll open fire on guard number 2. I'm also thinking
wildly or cold shot.
You know what? Cold shot. Those seem to work really well when I use my stunt and my careful.
Okay, so let's be very clear here.
Okay.
Your cold shot has to be above the waist, because this guard found cover before you even entered the room, and the only time he is coming up from that cover is to open fire. So anywhere where your cold shot is from the waist up. He has partial cover.
The waist up, so let's see what would be a good spot. Okay, I'm going for the elbow.
What? You know what? I'm not even gonna.
What? You shatter an elbow, he's gonna drop his gun.
Which elbow? A, B. Well, the elbow's this big. His torso's this big. His elbow's this big.
I'm trying not to kill him.
Wow, and this is why we're gonna fail this mission.
Whatever.
Okay, where are you shooting for? Just is it the elbow? Where you?
Fine. Torso. Fine.
The torso. Okay, fine. So.
Okay, I don't know much about shooting, so.
So what are you using?
What do you mean? What am I using?
So your cold shot is a careful. Are you incorporating a stunt, or are you just throwing your natural?
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna use my stunt.
Okay, so
I'm gonna get all the points I can get.
That's fine. What are you rolling?
Okay, hold on. I just lost the dice. Okay, so it's a 2 and a +2 for the stunt, and then my roll. It's a 5.
All right. So you absolutely hit him. He comes up from his position of cover to shoot at you. You got the drop on him. You opened fire. Okay. This barrage of bullets from your semi-automatic weapon goes right through his midsection and actually causes a spray of blood to hit the wall behind him as you riddle his midsection with holes. This guy drops like a wet sack of, well, you can use your
blood sausage!
Yes. Wet sack of shit is the only way I can say it. Splat, and he hits the ground.
I'd like to take a second shot at the camera to blind whoever is in the room. Well, we know who's in the room.
You keep that in mind for your next turn, because you've used your action this turn.
Okay, so I can't. Okay, I can't do both.
No, you cannot. So this guy, by the way, hit the ground, and like the other people, the gun goes spiraling out of his reach across the floor as he basically bleeds out. For a thief that doesn't like killing people, you seem naturally good at it.
You know what?
Remarkably so.
Desperate measures, desperate times, desperate measures.
Okay.
I usually just go in and steal stuff and walk away. This is not my normal gig. I had to adapt.
Well, apparently you're adapting fairly well. Anyways, So Edward,
You realize she has a higher kill count than I do right now,
yeah.
right?
Oh, I've been paying attention to that. Yes. So Edward, you went charging across the room with your meat shield.
Meat buddy, meat buddy.
And guard number 1. As you went charging across the room, out of the corner of your eye, you see an explosion of blood hit the wall as Mavis ventilates.
I am an artist, but I only paint in red.
As Mavis ventilates guard number 2. Okay? So,
Jeez.
guard number 2 hits the ground like a wet sack of shit. So, you're now within physical combat distance of guard number 1. Guard number 1 still hasn't, figured out what's going on here. Again, much like every corp guard you've ever encountered, they weren't hired to complete an IQ test. So he opens fire on you, okay? Give me a quick roll, please.
3 + 2 - 1, 4.
Okay, so here's the good news and the bad news. He opens fire. He hits the guard that you're using as a meat shield. You don't know what he has in his gun, but this must have been the guy who is primarily responsible for protecting Sanchez, because when he opens fire on your meat shield explodes in your hands. You no longer have that coverage. Whatever ammo he's packing in that gun, this is the guy that was primarily responsible for Sanchez's immediate security. So that's his turn. Your meat shield is no longer a factor in this, as he basically disintegrated in your hands. It's your turn. What are you doing?
So do I still have the spine and head left? Because I can beat him to death with it.
Sure, I'll give you that.
I got your back.
So I'll give you that. I mean, if you want to use the what's left,
Sure. You use the head and what's left of the spine to knock that gun out of his hands, and
it's a bow whip from Indiana Jones. Okay, that's fine.
I have your back.
So, that's what you're doing. Is this a random shot, which will be a forceful roll, or is this a cold shot, which will require you to roll a careful?
Yeah, it's forceful.
Okay, give me your forceful roll. It's forceful versus quick.
Forceful is 2 and +2, so it's 4.
Okay, you absolutely connect with this guy. I'm going to go so far as to say that when you whip this thing around to hit him with it, you actually connect with him in the side of his head. So you gave him a proverbial headbutt. Okay? He wasn't prepared for that.
Heads up!
It actually staggered him, so he stumbles sideways and momentarily off balance. Mavis, you just watched all of this play out. The guard that Edward was dealing with opened fire on Edward. Whatever rounds he has in his gun seem to be explosive, because he literally blew Edward's human shield to bits, leaving Edward with nothing but the guy's spine and the head that was attached to it. Edward quickly takes the spine and uses the head as a bullwhip, swings it around, and collides with the remaining guard, giving him a proverbial headbutt. Okay? The guard wasn't prepared for this one. He stumbled momentarily sideways as it catches him off guard. He did not drop the gun. He did not fall to the ground. He is still in the game. What are you doing? He is, by the way, out in the open.
He's out in the open. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna take another targeted shot at his torso.
You're going for the torso. Okay.
He's out in the open.
All
Probably,
right.
it's probably the
And he's
safest
stunned,
area.
so he's not going to be taking any evasive action.
So it's your force, or sorry, your row versus his quick. So give me 1 second.
And he's got to have a negative for that one. I just upsided him with a spine.
Yeah, you know what? Your target to hit here is basically a 1. So you've got to really botch this round.
Okay, and I mean my starting base is 4. It's 2 for my careful, 2 for
Just
you
shoot
know my
him already.
stunt. I'm shooting here, and I'm at 4. So yeah, shoot, he's down.
Okay, much like the first guy, as he stumbles sideways, you open fire. A spray of bullets goes up his midsection as you open fire and basically blows a hole through the back of him. So again, blood goes splattering everywhere as this guy also slumps sideways and falls to the ground where he is, effectively bleeding to death now. Okay? So, you have now, to the best of your knowledge, you have now neutralized all of the guards.
Except for whichever ones are inside.
Well, again, you have no way of knowing at this point. So, Sanchez is securely locked in that panic room. The camera is active on the outside of that panic room, and he has witnessed everything that is going on. As the two of you begin to approach the panic room, you hear Sanchez turn on the two-way communications from inside the panic room, where he begins to taunt the two of you. He says, I don't know who the fuck the two of you think you are, but I promise you, you've both just made a mistake and you will not live to regret it.
I look like Julie, man. The camera's been recording Julian murdering, or at least, being a party to, the murder of all this guy's guards.
No, that's true. It has. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Sanchez knows
check the
Julian.
door in the panel. See if there's any way I can hack it.
There absolutely is. Okay. You do find a data jack on the outside of the room. The data jack is usually used for maintenance and firmware updates. A skilled hacker would be able to hack into this and potentially jimmy the door.
Test mode.
Okay, so you can definitely try to hack the panic room. Tell me how you're doing this.
Okay, I have hacked that. You know what? +2 to cleverly, +2 to carefully overcome security systems.
And what's your careful, please?
1.
Okay, so listen, I'm going to tell you now, your target to successfully hack this panic room will be a 5. Okay, Mavis will confirm for you that this is basically the gold standard for panic rooms. Okay, what's that give you?
5.
Okay, so
Hey, good.
that's fine. You spend about 5 minutes jacked into the panic room, and finally there's a click sound followed by what sounds like high compressed locks coming undone. And then the panic room door begins to open. As the panic room door opens, Sanchez, who has been sitting in this room watching this play out for the last 5 minutes, quickly tries to make his escape as the door opens. So, door begins to open, Sanchez comes running out of the room and tries to scurry down the wall of the room to the nearest exit. Mavis. Edward just hacked the panic room. As he finished hacking it, the door opens. Sanchez comes running out like the rat that he is and proceeds to make a run for the exit.
Hold on. How can he come out when we're both in front of the door?
The door opens this way. So think of a vault. If the panic room is a square, the jack is off to the left-hand side where Edward's jacked in. As the door opens, it actually opens to the left. Okay? So even if you're standing in front of the door, as that door begins to open, you have to back up. As the door opens, as soon as enough room has become available, Sanchez makes a run for it like his life depends on it, because as far as he's concerned, it does. So, this is your responsibility at this point to stop him.
You've had magic and kneecapping everyone else, you might as well.
So you can
kneecap him too.
You can either shoot him, or you can use the batons to try and stop him. It's up to you which way you go.
No, I'm gonna shoot.
Tenderize him. Tenderize him.
So you're aiming for the kneecaps.
Yes,
Okay,
again.
so Sanchez is a marathon runner. Okay. Nice to be able to do this. His quick is a free. Okay.
Okay.
On top of that, yeah, his quick's a free. Your target number to kneecap him is a free based on the rolls you're gonna make.
Okay, so, but I am using my stunt, my
fine.
eagle eye and all of that stuff. So I've got a 4+. Let's see, what do I roll? Okay, I'm still at a 4.
Okay, you got
So
him.
I got him.
Which leg do you hit him in? The left or the right?
Right. I always aim for the right.
Oh, so you're one of those people,
It's
are ya?
it's the stronger leg.
That's fine. So he makes a run for it. And he's feeling pretty cocky about himself as he runs out of that panic room, because he knows it's going to take Edward a moment to jack out back into the real. And he doesn't think that you pose much of a threat. So he runs. He makes it about 10 feet, because again, he's a marathon runner. Except
He's a sucker.
Except he's not going to outrun a bullet. And he takes it right through the back of the knee and falls forward and onto his face as he starts screaming and writhing in agony.
Well, usually shock means that, he'll land on the ground first, then take a couple seconds before, the pain hits his brain. But,
Yeah. Alright, so, Jeremy Sanchez is out of the panic room. You now have an opportunity, as he's bleeding out on the floor, to try and get whatever information you think you can get from him, because again, you need to know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mavis has shot him. Edward, you've jacked out. You've both composed yourself as he bleeds out on the floor. Who's questioning him?
Are you Sarah Connor?
Alright, so is that
Edward.
Edward's questioning him? Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, fine.
So, Edward, as you make your move on him, okay, he looks at Mavis and he screams, "You fucking bitch, I can't believe you shot me!" And then And then he turns around and he looks at you and he says, "I don't know who the hell you are, but I know you're not Julian." And then no sooner does he blurt that out than he immediately bites his tongue, because he just realized that he probably shouldn't have said what he just said. Walk us through it, Edward.
Where's Samantha?
How the hell should I know where she is? You people are
Take
responsible.
the finger and poke his gunshot wound.
And he screams, "Ah!" Your agony.
Where's Samantha?
Again, he sputters out, "I don't know, I don't know."
Here we go again.
And again he screams, "Ah!" As you, I'm guessing you're twisting it around in there.
You know, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle!
Hey, we can use a metal baton instead of your finger too.
Nah, metal baton's so impersonal.
Alright, so this goes on for a couple minutes as he spews out obscenities at the two of you. And finally, about 3 minutes into the poking, tears are streaming down his face and he screams, "I'll tell you whatever you want to know. Stop, stop, stop." Okay, so here is the story that Jeremy Sanchez will tell the two of you. He will tell you that Pharma first bared Jakar Bao no ill will. Everything that he has been involved in was just good business. He will tell you that there has been an uneasy alliance between the 7 megacorps for the last 11 years since the Corp Wars ended. That the understanding was that these corps had to remain self-sufficient. No one corp or 2 corps would ever be allowed to even contemplate the concept of a merger, because it would create an unstable balance of power that the other corps would not tolerate, and as a result, renewed aggression was sure to follow. A renewed corp war. Okay? He goes on to tell you that he doesn't know who he takes his orders from. He may be the CEO for Pharma First, but for the last 4.5 years, himself and his board of directors have taken their marching orders from an unknown entity that has contacted him directly through cyberspace, and it is always one-way. It is always a one-way communication. Sanchez does not have a way of contacting this individual. He is notified when this entity wants to meet. He meets with him or them. They provide him with his marching orders, which he then communicates to his board of directors, and then they do as they're told, with the promise of wealth and power beyond what any corp has previously imagined. Okay? He then goes on to tell you that the one law that humanity has never been able to break is the law of mortal death. Okay? He explains to you that a few weeks ago he received orders to send his top neurological scientists to a secure facility in Argentina ran by CyberLink. Now you guys will immediately recognize this name, CyberLink. It is another megacorp that corporation is responsible for both developing human augmentation, such as the subdermal armor that Edward has been graced with, okay? And rumor has been floating around cyberspace over the last few months that Cyberlink was working on artificial intelligence, specifically artificial life forms, something that humanity has yet to ever see come to fruition. Now, he doesn't know where Samantha is. He doesn't know where Julian is. The last contact that he had with Julian was a couple weeks ago when Pharma First was ordered by this unknown entity to provide Julian with a neurotoxin that would make Jakar Bell susceptible to suggestion. They provided Julian with the toxin, and then a matter of a couple days later, Jakar Bell had shot himself in the head. That's all Sanchez has to tell you, as Edward is turning him into a human puppet. Okay, Mavis, while you are watching Edward give Jeremy Sanchez the finger,
I like to call it a fingering as opposed to giving him the finger.
So as you are watching this transpire and you are listening to the information that Jeremy eventually starts spewing out, you begin to hear something. And you're pretty sure that what you're hearing is coming from inside the panic room. I'm going to once again compel your auditory implants. You can take the fate point for this. Okay? What you're going to hear is what sounds like a countdown coming from inside the panic room. Give me a clever roll, please, Mavis.
Okay. So my clever is 2. And with my roll is a 3.
Fantastic. You recognize this sound. This is bad.
It's a bomb.
It's a proximity alarm.
Proximity. What's in its proximity?
Wow, that's the thing. You don't know. It's a proximity alarm. There's a countdown going on in the panic room. Mavis recognizes it as a proximity alarm. The problem is, you don't fully know what it's counting down to right now, but it's at 90 seconds and counting.
Run.
Okay.
We don't know what it's counting for, and we only have 90 seconds.
Okay, are you leaving Sanchez here, or are you dragging him out with you? You need to run.
Well, we've got all the information we're gonna get out of him, and he can't walk on his own.
Yeah.
We only have 90 seconds. Survival of the fittest.
So you're leaving him there. Okay.
Grab Sanchez and ask him what the proximity alarm is for.
He looks at you and he says, "You stupid son of a bitch. I told you both you'd made a fatal mistake and you would never live to regret it." And he spits in your face.
Wasting time.
85,
Leave him.
85 seconds.
Leave him and run.
Okay, both of you give me 2 quick rolls to get out of this house.
Okay, do I have? No, I don't have.
Target number for both of you on both rolls is 3 or better.
Okay, I've got 3. Got 6.
Okay, Edward.
5, sorry. 3 and 5.
Edward beats
Okay,
me.
hold on. Okay, so I've got a 3. Okay, and I've got another 3. 2
Fantastic.
3s.
You make it through the front door of the house with the first security row. The second quick row, pardon me, you make it about 45 feet away from the house. You two both run
It goes boom.
like your lives depend on it, because quite frankly, your lives did depend on it. What ends up happening is a point singularity weapon, a laser, blows a hole through the center of this house just as you get out of range. Now, give me one more careful row, both of you, please. You are now rowing to avoid shrapnel as this house explodes and pieces go flying everywhere.
Careful?
Yeah.
Sure. Careful. My careful is a 1 + 1. I got a 2.
That's fine, you're good.
Okay, so my careful is a 2. I got a 0, so I'm still at a 2.
That's fine. So you both get thrown face first to the ground as this house explodes. Shrapnel goes flying in every single direction. Fortunately enough, neither of you take any damage from the shrapnel. So, that is the end of Jeremy Sanchez. And what you have learned from him is that 2 weeks ago, he was ordered to send his best neurological scientists to a secure facility that belongs to CyberLink in Argentina.